Yo, Kpaceguy here, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm doing my first ever Q&A video. I asked you guys a few months ago to leave me some questions that you guys have, whether that's about me, about home theater, about your home theater, about my life in general, whatever questions that you had, leave them down in the community tab and I will answer them. So we're going to do that. If you guys find this entertaining and enjoyable and you want to do another round of Q&A videos, let me know that in the comment section below and I'll see if I can't get to some more. But let's just answer a few. So I have some questions up in front of me now. And we'll start off with Bryce Minor. He asked, what is a regular day like for Kpaceguy? Now, this is a pretty fun question. So I'll just start off with what I do as my daily job, because YouTube is my second job, not my first. So right now, as of 10 months ago, I've been working at Toyota. I'm a car sales consultant. I sell Toyota vehicles and used vehicles, of course, as well. And I spend probably 60 hours at work minimum. I have 2 off days a week. Wednesday and Sunday, and Wednesdays aren't guaranteed. If I have to be there, I have to be there. So Sunday is my only real guaranteed work day off. And even when I have off days, I usually spend time doing YouTube videos. If you guys are really good fans of me, you guys know I typically upload late at night and it comes up early in the morning because I spend night times doing my videos and then I upload them while I go to bed. So I tend to spend all my time at Toyota and then I come here and do YouTube videos, and it's just night and day kind of what I do. I try to take a rest on Sundays if I can. Sometimes I try to relax on Wednesdays if I can, but it's not always possible. But that's a life of Kpaceguy. So eventually I hope to make YouTube my primary job and then do a part-time job somewhere else. But right now YouTube is my secondary job and Toyota is my number one. Bryce Minor also asks, what is your split for music and movies? Is it 50-50? Is it 45 music, 55 movies? What is my split? Well, I'll answer that this way. As I've grown up, it's become a lot closer, a lot more even. I used to be maybe 85% movies and then 15% towards the music. But as I've gotten older, as I've gotten a better space, as I've gotten better speakers and more capable equipment, I've become maybe 60 movies and 40 music. And the reason why I've become more even, more neutral is because my system's more capable of doing these things well. It's not too hard to play movies. Movies aren't as demanding necessarily or as critical as a piece of music is. And so when you have good speakers, okay, yeah, you can get away with them for movies. But when you have good speakers, okay speakers, then your music's gonna sound okay, it's gonna sound good. For me, I'm such a stickler with music that it has to sound right. And so I finally have equipment and speakers that can reproduce music the right way. And it's really invited music back into my life. Although I've always loved music. It's weird. I went to school, I went to college for music. And I spent my whole time there as a music major. And I didn't really listen to music a lot outside of performing it. But now I got speakers that sound incredible. And now it's brought music into my home. And so now I'm more like a 60-40, and I'm sure it's going to become more even as I grow up. Total Plonker asked a really good question. He says, in your own words, kindly explain the differences coming from a cheap Marantz Denon digital amplifier sound to an Anthem analog amplifier sound. I'm going to answer this way. I'm going to answer it in terms of going from AV receivers in general to separates like Anthem or Marantz or something high dollar. It's flat out night and day difference, especially if you have quality speakers that need a lot of power or you have a big room. For me, I've had all types of receivers. I've had Onkyo, I've had Pioneer, I've had several different Yamahas, and I've had Marantz. And then I had Marantz separates, and I now have Anthem separate, and I'll never go back to an AV receiver. AV receiver, what they are made for, they are do-it-all machines. They're not great at something, they're just good at a lot of different things. They don't lead the way on anything, they just do really well on a lot of things, if that makes any sense. So it satisfies the majority of the people out there. Separates takes it to a whole new level. They're just far more capable. I'll put it that way. They're just far more capable. The DACs that are used inside higher dollar equipment is superior to what's in your lesser model AV receivers. The capabilities, the number of channels, the power, all that stuff is just upped. It's just a lot better when you spend the money for it. And so you get back the sound quality in return for your investment. And so for me, I put in way too much money for my sound system, but I've gotten way more than better sound than I thought I would ever get. And so it's been more than rewarding, and I have no regrets for my upgrades. So it's night and day in my personal opinion, but it's not for everybody, I'll say that. So Jeff Payne says, I see you are in the US. Me too. I would love to buy Canton Vento A36.2s. Those are bookshelf speakers, but I can't find anyone willing to ship to the US. Where did you get your speakers? Well, at the time, I had bought all of my Cantons from Accessories for Less, but right after I bought them, they stopped distributing them. I heard their Canton is moving to like big box stores like Best Buy and stuff like that, which would be incredible because more people need to know about these speakers. But at the time, I bought mine at Accessories for Less. Now you can kind of find the bookshelves on eBay and they come from Italy. That's really the only way that you can get them, which is probably what I'm gonna have to do when I upgrade my bookshelves. But that's really the only way you can get them is overseas, and you're gonna have to pay that shipping price. But other than that, I haven't really seen anybody. There's one online retail store that sells the Ventos and everything, the Canton speakers. I can't remember what it is, Sound AV something. If you type in Canton Vento or Canton A36.2, you'll find one American website that keeps them in stock. That's the only place that I know of so far. All right, next question, pretty good, from Malaya Cunningham. She asks, what has becoming a YouTuber taught you? Any lessons and tips? Whew. So that's a broad question. I'm gonna keep it short for the sake of you guys and for the video. What has YouTube taught me? What tips and lessons have I learned? Number one lesson that I learned is that everybody is entitled to their opinion. Everybody. No matter if you think it's wrong or right, everybody is entitled to it. Being a YouTuber, you're gonna say things that people don't agree with, whether it's correct or whether it's not. People are gonna agree, people are not, and that's okay. Because YouTube has a comment section, you're gonna hear about it. As a YouTuber, most honestly, all the feedback we usually get is usually pretty good. There's some people who like to troll and just say things just to be mean, and there's some people who just have a different opinion than you. And all of that is okay. Me personally, I try to comment back to every comment that you guys leave me, if it needs a comment back. Otherwise, I'll just show that I saw it and I'll give you a heart on your comment, because everybody's opinion is respected, and I respect the fact that you guys take the time to type me out a comment so that I can read it and for other people to read it as well. So the main lesson that I've learned on YouTube is that everybody is entitled to their opinion, and it's not necessarily my job to tell you otherwise. So I kind of leave it as that. My videos that I make are my opinion, so I don't feel like I need to go in the comments and reiterate my opinion. I let you guys have yours and I move on. So you guys watch my videos and I appreciate that because you guys value my opinion, and in return I try to value yours as much as I can. So you usually don't see me in the comment section arguing back with anybody. You guys have your opinion and I'm gonna leave it at that. What kind of tips do I have as a YouTuber? This kind of goes in life in general. Don't quit on what you want in life. Don't stop going for it no matter how hard it is. Being a YouTuber is incredibly hard because it takes forever to get to the threshold to make money. You have to have 1,000 subscribers to be monetized on YouTube, and you have to have a certain number of watch hours or watch minutes to become monetized on YouTube. It takes you years just to get 1,000 subscribers, usually. And then even when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you're not making any money at all. At 1,000 subscribers, you're making $100 every 2 months. It's not great. That window between 0 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers is the hardest part of a YouTuber's career, because you spend countless and countless and countless hours making YouTube videos and nobody's watching. But you have to persevere, you have to keep going. And that's something that you can put to every aspect of life. So becoming a YouTuber, what has it taught me? It's just to keep going. Keep going. You're gonna have people who support you, you're gonna have people who don't. And that doesn't matter. As long as you support you, then keep going. So just keep going is the lesson that I've been taught as a YouTuber. Now check out this question. I think this is a great one. This is from T. Shaolin. Sorry if I messed that up. But here's what he asked. He says, what brand do you think could be better than Anthem, meanwhile being a great value for money? Off the top of my head, I would have to say the Monoprice preprocessor, because it's one of the cheaper ones you can get while having Dirac calibration. it's a really good calibration that's pretty similar to Anthem's, and I rave on Anthem because of their calibration. And then Dirac Live has a really good calibration as well, and it's in the Monoprice processor, and it's a lot less than the Anthem is. So I don't think the sound will necessarily sound as good as the Anthem, but it's not far off. And then, what is it? Emotiva's preprocessor sounds really good too, and has a lot of capabilities as well. So if you're looking at Anthem-esque type equipment but don't want to spend Anthem money, I'm thinking, you know, Monoprice's their amplifier, their preprocessor is pretty good. It's very good, and you're not spending a whole lot of change. It's a lot of money, but it's not an Anthem AVM70 or AVM90. It's not that kind of money. So I think that's where to look if you want Anthem type entry-level quality, I would call it. I would definitely look that direction. All right, I'm gonna end it with this question here from Jermaine Davis. He asks, what goes into your process for deciding what equipment to get? Do you demo the equipment, or do you just read up on it and hope for the best, or what? All right, so I live in Kentucky, and the nearest few showrooms for me to demo most like really good quality gear is no less than an hour or so away, and then a really good one is outside of my state in Cincinnati. So the drive is about an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is not too bad when it comes to demoing gear. But lately, all the speakers that I want aren't in showrooms. They've been online only, which makes it difficult. So how do I go about purchasing what I want? Well, I use my background knowledge. I use what I have at my home right now to know what I want to upgrade to later. So I use my speakers now, and I know what my baseline is, my bottom, and then I know where to go up from there. So for example, I have Canton Ventos in here, and they are $5,000 a pair, and they play down to 20 hertz, and they have a lot of power, and they look good, and they have a three-way system, and blah, 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 right? So I know all these specs. So if I'm gonna upgrade, that means my next speaker needs to have what these have, plus more. So I can use what I have in my home right now as a baseline, so I know what I'm looking for in the next speaker. So I can kind of compare specs and statistics. Next, how do I decide? Is by forums and reviews, not YouTube reviews necessarily, but forums. I found forums to be incredibly reliable, and what's the word? It's so helpful because people are brutally honest on there, and you can take a big thread and you'll see the commonalities between what people are saying, and you kind of have an assumption, okay, this is either good or this is either bad. And so forums will tell you a lot because people on the forums have them in their homes, and they're giving you really good advice. They're giving you their own feedback. They're giving you unbiased opinions. They're not sponsored by the company. They weren't sent out those for review. These are people who spent their money on them and are giving you the unfiltered truth on that said gear. And so I found those to be incredibly helpful in making my decisions. Now I do watch YouTube reviews last. I'll go find my speaker, do my own research, then I'll go read forums, then I'll go watch reviews. And I'll watch tens of hundreds of them to see what most people are saying, and it will help me gather enough information to make my own assessment. So I start off with my equipment. What do I have now, and how do I upgrade that? Second thing is, let's go out there on the market, see what looks good, and then go to the forums to see what people are saying about them. Once I see a general analysis from what people are saying, what reviewers are saying, then I can go to YouTube and see them not in person, but see them on my screen and what people are saying about them, and then make my assessment from there. So that's how I go about picking my system when I can't hear them or go see them. That's my usual process, and I have yet to be disappointed, I'll say that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna end it there. There's a few more questions on here that I don't have time to get to in this video, but if you guys enjoyed this video enough, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you guys want me to do some more Q&As. And if you do, I'll put another post up for you guys to give it your chance to ask questions. So if you guys enjoyed that, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to do this again. Leave some comments down below what you guys think of my Q&As. And then we'll see you guys Wednesday for the next episode of Season 6 Subscriber Showcase. I cannot wait to show you what's next. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.